And it reads, Luke 12, verse 16 through 21. And he speaking a proverb unto them said, the ground of a certain rich man brought forward plenty. And he thought within himself, said, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my feet? And he said, this will I do, I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my feet and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much good laid up for many years. Take thy ease, and eat, and drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? So it is he that lays up treasure for himself, and it is not rich towards God. Okay? In this scripture, we're dealing with a rich man that forgot all about God, how he got there, who brought him there.
All right.
And in verse 17, it tells us that he spoke, verse 16 tells us that he spoke in parable, then said, the ground of a certain rich man yield plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, since I have no room to store my crops? So he said, I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there I will store all my crops and my goods. And I will say unto my soul, soul, you have many good laid up for many years. Take your ease and eat and drink and be merry. But God said to him, you fool, this night your soul will require of you. Then who will those things be which you have provided? So is he who lays up treasure for himself and is not rich toward God. In this parable, in 17, this goes shows us about the favors and the energy that the man put towards his good and his crop. They're not criteria the man in the store for his success. Success is not a sin. If achieving righteousness, each of us should be faithful steward in what God allowed us to use. Taking responsibility while we are here on earth. Striving for excellence in everything everything that is right. If we apply ourselves with the energy God supplied in our circumstance or favor, there may be some success for us in life. And that great in the phrase, the ground of a certain rich man yield plentiful. There's nothing too proper in criteria. Further, the thoughts describing verse 17 should not be criteria. And he thought within himself, said, what shall I do, since I have no room to store my crops? When you enjoy some success or have a plentiful harvest, there should be good thinking. You should think what you need to do. One of the high kind of business practices is simply thinking. Thoughtless is never to be commended. So give what Jesus said about this rich man so far. He said nothing is wrong. It is not wrong to success. It is not wrong to think. No problem with having a good crop. No problem with thinking about and planning what to do. Let me add another non-issue building bond and store your surplus. Still no problem. There is nothing inherent regarding building the storage that is moral or spiritual flawed. For instance, if you make more money this year and you think about it and decided to put that money into a CD or a savings account, you have not necessarily done anything wrong. To make more, to have more, to save more, these things are not moral or spiritual flaws. So there's not nothing wrong in having these things. What is wrong is that we don't thank God for these things. We don't acknowledge God for these things. So this man did not acknowledge God, period, about whatever he did. He thought it was himself. He did it. Well, look what I done. Look what, nobody but me. I did this all by myself. But no, he left God out the picture. So go on. So what is the problem? We begin to realize this issue as we move into the verse 19. And and I will say to my soul, so you have many good laid up for many years. Take your ease and eat and drink and marry. So that's all he thought that what he was gonna do is drink. He got plenty of crops. He done made more crops that he couldn't put all of it, stored all of it in the barn. So he wanted to tear that barn down and build a greater barn. So he's still leaving God out the picture. Look at two things. One is deciding self-centeredness of this. I will say to my soul, etc. He talked to himself about himself only and claimed full ownership and the power over what he has. A related issue is his use of what he has and all about his own